Let me ask you something. How many mornings have you woken up bursting with ambition, promising yourself that today will be the day you finally conquer your dreams, only to watch the hours slip by in a blur of distractions and lost opportunities? How many times have you seen that bright spark of hope fade into just another routine day? I know that struggle. I've lived it. And I know many of you standing here today have too. But I'm here to tell you that this cycle doesn't have to go on. I want you to imagine a life where each morning lights a fire in your spirit, where every moment feels charged with purpose, and every action you take moves you one step closer to the destiny you're determined to build. Think about it. Is that the kind of life you want? We live in a world where time flies faster than we can catch it, and the demands on our attention multiply every hour. You scroll through social media, and before you know it, half the day is gone. You try to do everything at once and end up accomplishing less. The clock keeps ticking. The deadlines loom. The responsibilities pile up. And then there's that gnawing voice inside your head whispering, "You're not doing enough." Or worse, "You're not good enough." So we push ourselves even harder, juggling more tasks and burning ourselves out in the process. It's a frantic, unending race that leaves us breathless and exhausted. Yet, somehow we can't shake the feeling that there's a better way. A way to tap into our deepest reserves of energy and transform every hour into a building block of success. This isn't just about working harder. It's about working smarter, with passion, with clarity, and with intention. Productivity isn't a fancy term reserved for executives or entrepreneurs. It's an essential part of fulfilling any dream, whether you're a student aiming for top grades, a parent balancing family demands, or someone in the workforce striving for excellence. Productivity is about harnessing your time and energy in a way that keeps you moving forward, even when life throws curveballs. It's about carving out those pockets of power in your day that give you momentum instead of wearing you down. So why does it matter so much? Because without the right routines, we stumble. We get stuck in the mud of old habits that drain our enthusiasm and scatter our focus. Then, day by day, the distance between who we are and who we could be grows wider. But here's the good news. You can bridge that gap right here, right now, by introducing 5 simple but powerful routines into your day. You can transform that frantic hustle into a purposeful, fulfilling path. You can shake off the cobwebs of indecision and reclaim the driver's seat of your life. Tonight, I'm not just going to tell you about these 5 routines. I'm going to challenge you to try them, to embrace them, and to see for yourself the difference they make. Because each one of these habits has the power to shift your mindset and fuel your success in ways you might never have believed possible. So let's stand up together. Let's put aside the doubts. Let's open our hearts and minds to the possibility that tomorrow can be better than today if we choose to act. And believe me, it is a choice. Are you ready to choose a new level of productivity, focus, and achievement? Then let's do this right here, right now. Because the truth is, greatness isn't an accident. It doesn't just drop into your lap when you're scrolling through your feed or passively wishing you had more hours in the day. Greatness is the sum of intentional daily actions repeated over and over until they become part of who you are. And that's exactly what these 5 routines are: intentional daily actions that can turbocharge your productivity and get you closer to your goals, no matter how daunting they may seem. These routines are the building blocks that will give you a solid foundation to stand on day after day. They're not quick fixes. They're life changers. So if you're tired of feeling like you're always scrambling, if you're sick of seeing your potential slip through your fingers, if you're ready to step out of the shadows and into the light of your own unique power, then stay with me. Let's discover together how these 5 routines can turn your scattered hustle into unstoppable momentum. First, start your day with a solid plan. That doesn't mean rolling out of bed and checking your phone. It means taking a quiet moment to sit down, breathe, and outline what truly matters. Picture a college student who wakes up 15 minutes early to jot down 3 top priorities. That small step helps them control their schedule instead of being controlled by it. If you skip this, your morning might vanish in a haze of confusion. But when you clarify your path, you're sharper, more focused, and more confident. So grab a notebook, set a single clear objective, and let that focus guide your actions. That purpose propels you into the next phase of your day with energy, not anxiety. Next, carve out time for meaningful connection. This could be sharing breakfast with your family or simply sending a thoughtful message to someone you care about. When you invest in relationships, you anchor yourself in compassion and unity. Imagine a parent who, despite a busy schedule, spends 10 minutes playing with their child before leaving for work. That moment doesn't derail productivity, it fuels it. Without these small acts, we risk drowning in a whirlpool of tasks that lack heart. So take a breath, reach out, and remind yourself why you strive so hard in the first place. This sense of belonging isn't a distraction, it's the fire that lights your spirit for the challenges ahead. Then, schedule a time each day to engage with your broader community or workplace. It might be a quick check-in with your team or a moment to appreciate the efforts of a colleague. Consider the small business owner who greets every employee by name and asks about their day. That simple gesture fosters unity and loyalty, which in turn drives higher performance. If you neglect this, you risk creating an environment of isolation and resentment. So don't wait for things to go wrong before you connect. Make it a habit to look people in the eye, acknowledge their contributions, and share ideas. When you do, you strengthen the collective pulse that pushes everyone forward. And that collective momentum becomes the backbone of true productivity. Another daily habit is to guard your focus like it's gold, because it is. Turn off notifications when you tackle critical tasks. Set aside blocks of uninterrupted time. If you let every ping or buzz pull you away, you're handing over your day to distraction. Picture someone who's constantly responding to messages, emails, and social media updates. By the end of the afternoon, they've achieved almost nothing. But when you put boundaries around your attention, you reclaim your power. You channel your energy where it counts. Block out an hour, silence your phone, and dive deep into meaningful work. Suddenly, the noise fades, and your ability to create, innovate, and achieve grows exponentially. So, safeguard your focus and watch how your productivity blossoms. Finally, end each day with reflection and gratitude. Take 5 minutes to review what went well and what you can improve. Thank the day for its lessons and yourself for showing up. Without this, you risk carrying every stress and shortfall into tomorrow. But when you pause, acknowledge your progress, and celebrate even small wins, you close the day on a note of growth. Think of an intern who writes down 3 positive moments before bed. That simple act becomes a beacon of motivation for the next morning. So don't just collapse into sleep. Reflect, appreciate, and reset. By doing so, you transform each ending into a powerful new beginning. And that new beginning, my friends, sets the stage for lifelong progress. Now that we've walked through these 5 simple daily routines, starting your morning with a plan, nurturing meaningful connections, engaging with your wider circle, fiercely protecting your focus, and closing your day in gratitude, I want you to pause and feel the power of what you've just discovered. These aren't empty suggestions or passing trends. They are foundational habits that can reshape the way you live, work, and dream. Each one weaves into the next, forming a tapestry of productivity and purpose that can carry you through the toughest challenges. When you begin your day with a clear objective, you invite clarity instead of chaos. When you connect with others, you ground yourself in the reason behind your hustle. When you engage in your community, you nurture an environment where everyone can thrive. When you guard your focus, you reclaim control over your mental bandwidth. And when you reflect at night, you lock in lessons and victories that fuel tomorrow. These steps are deceptively simple, but their cumulative effect is extraordinary. I want you to think back on the moments when you've felt truly alive, truly unstoppable. Chances are you weren't juggling countless distractions. You weren't rushing through endless tasks without meaning. In those shining moments, you were locked in. You knew exactly why you were doing what you were doing, and you gave yourself completely to that goal. Maybe it was a heartfelt conversation with someone you love. Maybe it was a deep dive into a project that sparked your creativity. Maybe it was watching your efforts bring a smile to another person's face. Whatever it was, you touched that rare current of energy that comes from living with intention. Now imagine capturing that feeling every single day, not as a fleeting coincidence, but as a regular outcome of the routines you choose. That is what these 5 habits can offer you. Does it sound too good to be true? Maybe you've tried routines before and lost steam halfway. Maybe you've felt the high of a new plan only to crash and burn when life's responsibilities press down on you. That's okay. It happens to the best of us. The key is not to aim for perfection, but to aim for persistence. You won't transform overnight. You won't suddenly wake up tomorrow and find every minute neatly organized and every task magically completed. But if you commit to just one of these routines, if you decide, for example, to protect your focus for 1 hour each day, over time you'll notice a shift. You'll find yourself getting more done in less time. You'll start seeing opportunities where you once saw barriers. You'll feel more present in your relationships and more in tune with your own growth. And that spark of change will motivate you to adopt the rest of these routines, one step at a time. I'm not here to tell you that life is easy or that success is guaranteed, but I am here to remind you that you have power, an incredible power, to shape your day. And if you can shape your day, you can shape your future. That's why I challenge you right here, right now, put these 5 habits into practice. Test them out for a week, then a month. Track the changes in your energy, your results, your mindset. And if you stumble, don't throw in the towel. Adjust and keep going. This journey is not about a flawless performance. It's about consistent progress. And let me share something from my own journey. I've learned that big dreams demand big discipline. You can't expect to climb mountains if you haven't built the muscles to handle steep terrain. Think of these routines as your daily workout. Every time you complete them, you're training your mind, your heart, and your spirit to rise to the occasion. Because there will be days when the climb seems impossible, when you're tempted to slip back into old patterns on those days. It's these habits that will keep you steady. It's the morning plan that will give you clarity, the connection with loved ones that will give you strength, the community support that will keep you inspired, the guarded focus that will drive results, and the nightly reflection that will restore your hope. Together, they form a safety net that catches you before you fall too far. They remind you of who you are and who you're becoming. So don't let doubt hold you back. Don't let the voice of procrastination win. Right now, in this moment, you have the power to decide. You can decide to embrace a new dawn of productivity. You can decide that your days will no longer be stolen by distraction or wasted on tasks that don't serve your purpose. You can decide to give yourself the gift of structure, discipline, and meaningful reflection. And in making that choice, you not only change your future, but you also become an example to everyone around you. Your family sees it. Your friends notice. Your co-workers feel the shift in your attitude. Your community benefits from your contributions. And this ripple effect is how real change starts within you, then spreading outward to touch every corner of your life. Remember those questions I asked at the beginning? The ones about waking up with ambition but losing it by midday? You now hold the answers in your hands. And it's not some grand secret. It's 5 small but powerful routines. Each of them is within your reach, no matter how hectic your schedule or how lofty your goals. They require no special equipment, no expensive software, no divine intervention, just your willingness to commit. Because in the end, it all comes down to commitment. Will you commit to giving yourself the best possible start and the best possible end to each day? Will you commit to nurturing the relationships that keep you grounded? Will you commit to cultivating a community that thrives on mutual support? Will you commit to protecting your most valuable resource, your focus, from the thieves of time and energy? If the answer is yes, then I applaud you, and I promise you this. Once you begin, you'll see results, and those results will feed your motivation in a virtuous cycle. Every small victory will remind you that you are capable, that you are strong, that you are more than enough to meet the challenges ahead. And soon, you won't be counting days anymore. You'll be making your days count. You'll walk into every morning with the knowledge that you have a plan. You'll carry in your heart the warmth of your connections, the support of your community, the peace of a focused mind, and the wisdom of daily reflection. That, my friends, is a life of purpose and progress. It's a life where you wake up excited to create, to serve, to grow. It's a life where you no longer measure success by how many tasks you cross off, but by how deeply you engage with each moment. And it all starts with a single decision: to adopt these 5 routines and stand by them even when it's hard. So I ask you, are you ready to see what happens when you give your full commitment to these daily habits? Are you ready to embrace each morning like a gift and each night like a lesson? Are you ready to become the person you've always known you could be, but were too afraid or too distracted to fully chase? I know you are, because I believe in you. I believe in the fire inside you, that spark of greatness, waiting for just a little oxygen to blaze into something magnificent. And I believe that once you set your mind to it, nothing, absolutely nothing, can stand in your way. Now, as we stand here on the brink of change, I want you to carry this energy forward. Take it with you into tomorrow and the day after that. Let it remind you that it's never too late to become more focused, more productive, and more alive. Let it guide you when you feel your resolve wavering. And when you see the results, when you see how your life starts to blossom in ways you never imagined, remember this moment. Remember that you said yes. Yes to a new level of dedication. Yes to a new level of discipline. Yes to a new level of dreaming. My friends, that's the power of 5 simple routines, done every day with heart and soul. Now go out there and make it happen. Because you can. Because you must. And because the world is waiting for what only you can bring.